Okay, in this unit we've been talking about many different averages. We've been talking about mean, median, mode, the range of a data set, talking about outliers and how they affect data. And today we're going to look at how we can apply those different averages. Again, the three averages themselves were mean, median, and mode. Sometimes they're referred to as the measure of central tendency. But they are all averages. When someone says to find the average of something, again, your first question should be which type should I use, mean, median, or mode? And we're going to talk a little bit today about which one you should use and in what situations you should use them. We're going to start with the question posed here. A clothing store sold jeans in these different sizes in one day. So there's a list of sizes ranging all the way, I believe, from 26 all the way up to into the mid-30s. So first things first, when we get a data set, we're going to put that data set in order from least to greatest. And then we're going to look at it. If you added all those up, you would find your total. And then you can so once you've added them all up, you'd find that it's 522. When you divide that 522 by 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. 522 divided by 17. The mean is 30.7. If we go to the median, 17 numbers, we have to go 8 in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The next one is my median, 30. And mode is the number that you see the most. And again, the mode in this case is 28 and 30 because there are 1, 2, 3, 4 28s and there are 1, 2, 3, 4 30s. Okay, so now we have to decide which average is going to work best for us. Well, which average should we use? Mean, median, mode? They all measure central tendency, but which one works best in this situation? Well, let's think about it. When we used mean, we got 30.7. Well, 30.7 isn't even an actual gene size, so we can't use that. It's of little use to us. If we use the median was 30 as well. And it shows that approximately half the genes were size 30 or smaller, and about half the genes were 30 or larger. So that didn't help us either in terms of the median. But the mode tells us that 28 and 30 are the sizes bought most often. Okay, remember most often. And when you're in a clothing store, you're going to be most interested in what you're selling the most of. So the mode is most useful. Now the store owner knows what sizes are most popular and which sizes he needs to buy more of. More people are buying size 28 and 30. If the mode had been 40 instead of 28 or 30, he would know to buy more jeans size 40. That's what he's selling the most of. So in terms of applications of averages, the mean is usually the best average to use when no numbers in the data set are significantly different from the others. Or the mean is usually the best average when there are no outliers. If you have no outliers, mean is usually the best. Median is usually the best average when there are numbers in the data set that are significantly different from the other numbers, or when there are outliers. So the median is usually the best average when there are outliers present. The mode is usually the best average when the data represents measures, sizes of things, clothing, shoes. Like in the equation we just used, the store owner knew that 28 and 30 are the numbers he's selling more of, so those are the ones that he would buy more of. Mean is best when there are no outliers. Median is best when there are outliers, and mode is the best when you're using something like measuring shoe size, clothing size, something like that. So let's look at this again. We'll look at now that we know this, let's look over here. The daily high temperatures for 1 week at Alouette Lake were, there's 7 there, put them into order from lowest to highest. If you add all of them up and divide by 7, you get your mean, which is about 26.4. It has a bit of a remainder, but we're going to round it up to 26.4 degrees. The median here is 27, and the modes are, sorry, that's my fault, that should be 23 and 28. 23 degrees Celsius and 28 degrees Celsius. There are two modes in this case. So we need to look at which average best describes the temperature? Well, the mean best describes the temperature because there are no outliers, going from 23 up to 31. And if you'll notice, it jumps from 23 to 25 to 27 to 28 to 31. I wouldn't consider any of those to be outliers, so I would say the mean best shows the high temperature. So your practice question, the temperature in Fahrenheit is recorded at Exton at noon on each day for 2 weeks, and they were as follows. There's your 14, 7 days in a week, 2 weeks, 14 temperatures. Calculate the mean, median, and mode for the data set, and then tell me which average is the best to use and why. You can rewind the video back to this section if you need help at figuring out the last part.